Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to OneHubRacing. This is the final stream of Season 17, who would have thought? And we're going to be doing a Season 17 roundup, as well as reveal all our champions and the one that you've been waiting for, the Going Gets Tough Award winner. My name is Jess, Head of Broadcasting at OneHubRacing, and I am joined by the league owner of OneHubRacing, Nick. How are you doing tonight?
I'm really good, thanks, Jess. Got myself a beer. Been sunny here. In the UK today, so yeah, looking good.
Yeah, it's been quite sunny here as well, so that's good news for me. But hopefully everyone has had a good night as well, and we experienced the last race in Japan on Friday, which marked the end of Season 17. As a whole, from a league owner perspective, how do you think the season's gone?
Oh, I think it was absolutely fantastic. I did write up on our website kind of like an end of season review, thank you to obviously our drivers, commentators, the admin team. Everyone plays their part, and OneHub wouldn't be able to be what it is without each individual. So yeah, big thanks to everyone. But yeah, the season was we had our highest attendance, 18.1 as an average attendance across the league, with no reserves, which is fantastic. I think the precision tier, up until like the last race, they'd only had like 6 absences throughout the whole previous 9 races. So really well done. I think it's been. I just think the right people won as well. The right drivers won. Some have been here for a few seasons, and they haven't been able to experience that feeling of being champion, because, as you know, Jess, from driving yourself, every season is a bit of a roller coaster with ups and downs, and when you manage to pull it off, or even finish in the top 3 or a personal best top 5, it is satisfying. It does mean a lot, and yeah, it's been a really good season. Looking forward to sending out the prizes soon and the trophies and seeing everyone's reactions, but perhaps most looking forward to the season 18 trailer launch on Friday, because can't ever stop. We've got to keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. My work does not stop there when Season 17 is over. I still got a lot of work to do as well. And even the highlights of the season is people getting their first ever point at OneHubRacing. It took a while for Sir Crinniff to get the ground running, but on the final race, he did it when he needed it most. Scored his first point of the season, a very good result, and he ended up getting a Driver of the Day nomination as well. So maybe we could see him in the more points in the seasons to come, but it's just great that he finally did it when it counted.
Yeah, and I think that obviously what everyone needs to remember is no one stays in their tiers. Everything resets for every new season, so everyone has an equal chance. We reset. We don't know who's in what tier, and I just think this season has been testament to how close the tiers were. The fact that the podium tier was decided at the final race on the final lap by the fastest lap point. Obviously, first and second in the podium tier, they tied on points after 10 races. But just because White Fountain got that fastest lap on Friday in Japan, he won on countback. So it just shows you every point counts.
Yeah, I didn't think that it was going to come down to it, because me and Cam were working out the permutations, and then I posted to the commentators, right, we could have a tie situation. We never thought it was going to get down to that, so luckily we did. Otherwise we would have been in a huge win of trouble as well. But I do believe P3 and 4 were tied as well, with Cam winning on countback for that. So yeah. I gotta say, podium was the closest tier, I think, in terms of...
It was incredibly close. Like, even in the qualifying sessions, you just didn't know, Patino, who came second, didn't win a race until, round 8, round 9?
Was it I think it was Vietnam, I think it was.
Vietnam, so round 8. So he was leading the championship. He hadn't actually won a race till then. So yeah, it was really, really close. And I think as well, Jess, the end of the, not just the end, but the top tier, the pinnacle tier on Friday, you're used to seeing Lakitu and Netsky at the top, kind of in the podium positions, but to see them not at the top and having to fight their way through, and one mistake, one wing damage could have cost either of them the championship. I just think it was one of those kind of champion crowning races where it just doesn't go to plan. which was, it's always great to see and always great to watch.
Like Lewis Hamilton in Mexico, where 2 of his titles were won where he didn't get a good result as well. And it was also nice to see a different winner in OneHubRacing in the top tier as well. A person that you would probably not expect to win in the top tier after being promoted last season. And it's just a nice feeling. And we could get a different winner again, penning the stewards, because Alpha got a really bad glitch in the game in Prospect where he got put down to last, but he didn't get any penalties at all. So we could see a second different winner by Tuesday. We had Khalifa on Friday, which is almost certain he's going to keep it. And we may have Alpha after Tuesday when the stewards results were announced as well. Do you think it's nice to have different winners? We've seen a lot of different winners this season.
Yeah, and it's always great to see their reactions. Think back to when Jamie, who's raced with us, he's on the admin team, he's raced for so long, and he got his first podium and his first win. The reactions are, fantastic to see, and it just shows you that, it's a league race, it's something that we do online, but it does still mean something. It is still important to people, and I think that's key to what we try and build and offer here.
Yeah, definitely. So well done for everybody that turned up on Friday as well, because it was great to see that you all put on a show for the commentators as well. And I think almost every tier had a bit of rain. I can't remember. I know Prospect had rain towards the end of the Japan race, but we didn't get any rain until then, apart from round 1 in Austria, whereas Precision, you experienced this a lot. You pretty much had rain every race almost.
Yeah, only 2 races we didn't have rain. And the funny thing about that was obviously my teammate Josh, we practiced, obviously. We always practice on the Friday, and we always decide on the Friday whether to do a short quali session in the rain for practice. And the 2 races that we didn't do it didn't rain. But the 8 races that we did an 18-minute short wet practice session, it rained at some point in the session. So we had kind of this superstition on that basically whenever we practiced for it, it rained. And if we didn't practice for it, then it didn't rain. But yeah, we had lots of rain. So, but we, it spices things up. So it's the way it goes. Same for everyone.
It definitely does as well. And I think the rain, the track I was hoping not to rain was Vietnam, and it didn't rain. So I was playing to the gods. They didn't rain as well, and it was in a way it was nice to have rain in the final race because it's definitely spiced things up a bit. But anyway, we've got a few things to talk about season 18 as well. You had quite a few teasers in the article that you did as well, and we didn't give too much away, did we? But what could we expect without giving it away about next season?
Well, obviously, I'm really excited to launch the trailer on Friday at 6 p.m. So just make sure you tune into that. So I don't want to spoil that for everyone, and I know everyone likes their suspense.
Especially
but
Liam.
Obviously, obviously we always try and improve. That's one thing that I do, not just in the league, but throughout life. Perfection doesn't exist, but I always say it doesn't mean you should stop striving for it. So that's the thing, we always sit down, what can we improve on? What can we do different? How can we offer a better experience? How can we improve attendance? How can we all these sorts of things? And yeah, we just look at ways to add to what we're offering the drivers. And that's exactly what we've done for season 18. The calendar is fantastic. Obviously, we try and run over the 3 seasons every track at least once. We always try and have 1 street circuit in each 10 race calendar, but this one I'm really looking forward to because it's got some real classics on it. We've got a new sponsor, we've got a new partner, both who are helping to increase our offering in terms of prizes, which is really exciting. There'll be 2 new awards that'll be up for grab next season, adding to the however many we already give out. So yeah, really exciting. A few bits new off track, things like that we we'll try and spice things up. Yeah, really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see everyone's reaction within the community.
And we also got a new management member as well to replace Austin, who did the press conference and his stats as well. Cam's going to carry on with the stat side of thing as well, which is good to see that we still have someone that's good with numbers. So we're not leaving someone completely. But it's great to have, like we had Dexter, I think, join this towards the end of last season into this season. And a KK as well. And then towards the end of this season, Matt as well, even though he hasn't done anything yet, I'm very excited to see what he's got to offer this season. He's actually going to be the one doing the press conferences this season, so it's not going to be Austin anymore. It's going to be Matt as well. So Matt, if you're watching, please don't be mean to us in the conferences.
No, make sure you're extra mean, Matt. I'll make sure I brief him. He's got to be. Obviously, Des, we're not going to say what it is, but we've got a new media days changing the most in the last 3 or 4 or 5 seasons possibly, so really excited to introduce the new stuff we've got coming, and see how that spices up the media days and the excitement and the tension before the races on Friday.
Yeah, indeed. So we're going to go through our champions first, and we still got one champion to crown as well, which I'm very excited. And also, I'll talk about what we got next season for them and when we get to it. So anyway, the drivers' champion in Prospect was a Salty Bear. It was crowned pretty much early on. I think it was, I can't remember when it was crowned for Prospect.
Round 7, I think.
I think it was Vietnam. Yeah, it was Vietnam. So obviously it was the final round of season 16, the third round to go in season 17. It was pretty much a similar situation to what we've seen in the first season of Prospect, where we saw someone dominating, getting a lot of wins. Could we see next season a Prospect champion going down to the wire? Because I really want to see that, especially with me racing in it as well.
I think the thing with Prospect is it's obviously the tier which is the slowest out of the 4. So there's obviously the most chance to improve. There's only so much the pinnacle guys can get quicker over a course of a season, whereas the Prospect tier, is where the most improvement can happen, and it's good to see. So I'm sure Salty Bear will move up to, he'll be placed probably in the podium.
You never know, though. Qualifying night.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly how it goes. But pretty excited to see who signs up, and I'm sure he'll do well against some higher, tougher opponents.
And hopefully you'll have someone that can actually work with him and score some good points this season, because he scored all of McLaren's points this season. So hopefully next season, fingers crossed, he can have a teammate that can work well in him. And if he gets promoted to podium, I know there's some podium drivers that definitely want to work with a talent like Salty Bear. So we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, the Constructors Champion, the only tier that didn't have Mercedes as a Constructors Champion was Prospect, and that was Ferrari with Truth NRP and Craig Senna. Craig Senna looked good at the start of the season, dropped off a little bit towards the end, but Truth NRP looked brilliant in the final few rounds, and I think that's what sealed it for Ferrari.
Yeah, I think obviously Truth's been racing with us. This isn't his first season, so it's always great to see drivers like that. When they race with us more than one season and they pull off a championship. So yeah, looking forward to shipping a trophy his way. But I think he'll definitely be up there in the fight if he stays in the Prospect tier next season.
I remember in the first season he did was the season I first did, was season 15. He was way near the bottom. We were both fighting for lower down positions. So it was nice to see the improvement from the last game and in this game. So I think a well-deserved Constructors title for Truth and Craig, I think. The podium one is probably my favourite, I have to say, in terms of title fights, was between White Fountain, Vitinho and Konghofner. White Fountain came on top due to the fastest lap, and I believe it's his second OneHub title, which is pretty incredible if you ask me. First of it was Precision. Next it was Podium. I didn't think he was going to win it, to be fair, because he had a bit of a break from the game, and we did persuade him to come and join OneHub this season, but I think in the wait, it was definitely worth it for White Fountain.
Yeah, he got the game on. He waited until the Black Friday sales, didn't he, and got the game. Then, but he's not just, he doesn't just race on F1. He does iRacing. So someone who's got that talent, will always find their way to somewhere around the top of the standings. And let's not forget, Cam would have been there in the last race had he not had that disconnection. He's took third position at the final race, so at least he gets something. But fair play to Patino as well. Obviously, throughout the seasons that he's raced with us, I've had a few issues with him in the steward's office, particularly at the end of last season. But it's nice to see him come back, take on board what the stewards have said to him. And yeah, he was consistent, stayed out of trouble, put on a championship challenge. And I actually thought he was, really mature about, the fact that he finished tied on points with White Fountain, but lost it on countbacks. Sometimes that can really get you down. But I had a chat with him afterwards, and fair play to him. He seemed really raring to go for next season and do one better.
And Vitinho didn't get disqualified this season. Yay! Because he got disqualified at the end of last season due to what happened in Vietnam last season. And we were worried that it was going to happen this season in Vietnam, but he actually won it, I believe, in Vietnam. So there we go. So that was a good thing as well. And yeah, I have a feeling Vitinho is going to challenge for the title, I'm sure, next season, whatever tier he's in. And the podium Constructors Champion, I think it was the first Constructors to be decided, and it was Mercedes. So White Fountain has done the double.
Yeah. Mercedes are pretty dominant this season. But it's pretty popular car choice, so you always expect the quickest drivers to try and go over. Although I will say that it's not too favourable. When it comes to pit stops and being held in the pits. I can share that from first experience. So, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And obviously Peter Parker won it last season, and it's nice to have a different one this season as well for White Fountain. Can he go a third title in OneHub? The only person to do that, I believe, in the world was Louis. So
so there's only two.
And Janel. I think, was it Janel? Or did he get it twice? I don't know.
Jano's twice, yeah. He'll always be the goated. But yeah, no, Ermi was season 2, 3, and 4. And then Louis was 14, 15, 16.
Three in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
He's still the pad goat, I have to say. In PS4, but he's using no line now. He's still doing very well on PC, so fair play to him. Anyway, Precision Champion, you're gonna like this definitely because he's your teammate. I had the privilege to actually commentate the race where he was crowned, and he won it in Mexico where Jay Fletcher, and it's great to see him back on top, of course. It was some races where he didn't shine, but it was nice to see where he wasn't dominant at the start of the season. We saw Tom Robbo won a few races. The race win was taken away from him in the first race I remember watching. But then he won in Bahrain, Tom Robert. But then his form dipped down a bit. And I think that's what sealed the driver's title for Jay Fletcher, where he really picked up from, I would say, round 3 of the season. And his consistency was key, really.
Yeah, for sure. Jay Fletcher, Josh is, obviously I call him. But, Tom Robbo and Bryn were on pace of him. They are on pace of him. Do you know? I mean, just look at qualifying in the last race in Japan. But someone like Josh, he hadn't played this game until pretty much just before qualifying night, straight up into the precision tier. And then just as the races went on, someone who has been super quick on this game before naturally will get that speed back as the races go on. And that's exactly what happened. And, I think one of Josh's major advantages is he was able to do the laps in the actual qualifying session the same as what he was able to do in practice. So, he wasn't kind of 2, 3, 4, half a second off his best lap time. He was able to deliver in qualifying, so he never really had to, fight his way through the field, at least after the first few races anyway.
Yeah, it was great to see, to be honest, as well. And he did the double with yourself, of course, with Mercedes taking the title. It wasn't too easy, but you had a bit of a gap there to Ferrari, which did help you a bit. And I was watching the position tier race this weekend, and I like that the commentators got a bit more discussed quite a lot between the Mercedes and the Ferrari relationship on track, especially when Scorpion was holding up your teammate there as well. It just got a bit. It got a bit interesting in the final round, even though the gap was pretty much enough, really, to seal it. But Ferrari had to do something at the end of the day, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously Scorpion, and he's in the admin team with myself, and we often, not just him, both the Ferrari boys and us Merc boys, in the particularly last 3 or 4 races, we took to our press conferences to give, create a little stir, a little bit, create a little bit of fire, and a little bit of drama, and it was nice to see that the commentators were bringing that up on Friday as we headed into the championship showdown. And it was tense. Like, even though we had a 25-point gap, like, we knew it was going to rain and things like that. So I was starting down, I think, in 9th, which wasn't ideal. So, it wasn't easy for us. But, overall managed to finish it off.
Yeah, so well done to you guys for that as well. And obviously Jay Fletcher for the positions here. And second place for position, I need to try and remember. It was Chris that took third. And I forgot who took second. Tom Robbo, that was it. Tom Robbo that took second as well. And then in podium, it was Vitinho and Cam. But we did mention that before. But anyway, the
Prospect was...
we've got Prospect. It was Truth NRP and Gaza. So Truth got second. Gaza. Yeah, Truth got second and Gaza got third. And I'll briefly touch on Gaza. His form wasn't there at the start of the season, but suddenly he just picked himself up at the second half. It was just... He missed out on the win. I was hoping he was going to get the win in Baku when I retired, but he didn't. And I was so annoyed. But... yeah, it was great to see from Gaza's point of view. But finally, we're going to talk about the Pinnacle tier and another championship that went down to the wire. And it was another first-time champion. We saw a first-time champion in a Salty Bear in Prospect. And we saw a second first-time champion for Pinnacle. And that was Lakitu. But he didn't make it look easy on Friday in the Pinnacle tier, but he finally did it, and I was looking at his tweets on Friday, and he was very, very happy that he did it.
Yeah, obviously, Lakitu's raced with us for a few seasons now, always in the top tier, and, before this season, there was always that little bit of a gap in the top tier between, those top few drivers who were just incredible, and then these really quick drivers, but they weren't kind of able to be on the same page always, so obviously we introduced this pace cap for the top tier, which basically we wanted to limit the quickest of quickest drivers coming in because, we wanted to make it fair for everyone in the top tier to be able to perform. And, I think it showed this season. And also, I mean, look at Friday, in fact, the podium positions. And, I remember when I turned on the stream on Friday, I was like, what's Lakitu doing down in 9th and Netsky down in 7th? But yeah, it just made to an exciting end. And yeah, overall, I think it worked really well. And Lakitu is a deserving champion. And he was definitely happy about it.
Yeah, because there was one title where he got slipped away from one of the other leagues. So it's nice to see he finally got one done in where it counted in OneHub. So well done to Lakitu as well. And Lakitu, I think, was the... one of 2 champions that didn't do the double. Obviously, a Salty Bear didn't do it in Prospect. In Pinnacle, it was Netsky and Toxic that did that won the Constructors title. So Netsky at least got something, as well as him getting runner-up in the drivers as well. So he gets some nice prizes there as well. And Netsky was there on his day. There was one point where the gap was separated by 1 point, but Netsky making a mistake in... I believe, was it Mexico, where Lakitu went from 12th to 1st? I mean, yeah, I think that just what did it for Lakitu. His great comeback through the field like that. It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was really good. I think that the best man won in all the tiers at the end of the day, and that's kind of what you want. And there's plenty of prizes that are going to be shipped out. So the Drivers' Championship, they get a £25, euro, depending on currency, PSN credit or Amazon gift voucher. Second place gets 15, third place gets 5. Constructors, the winning team, both teammates get 10 each. Commentators Championships get the winner gets 25, and then the Going Gets Tough winner gets 25 plus the next level racing stand, and then of course all of those drivers. Top 3 from drivers, winning constructor, commentator, Going Gets Tough, they all win a trophy as well. So yeah.
And that's sponsored by Vespertine and Leon RBS as well. And I believe, am I allowed to announce that those two will be carrying on their sponsorships for another season? Am I allowed? I just said it now, didn't I? But yeah, those two will be carrying on for another season sponsoring the trophies. And it's just great to see their continuing support of the league as well. Even though Liam RBS is not racing, he still loves the league and what the league stands for.
Yeah, and I think it's testament to what OneHubRacing is, the fact that, both of those, Liam as an individual and obviously Vespertine as an esports brand, they both approached us, offering to help in some way. And obviously Liam helps with the trophies and Vespertine helps with the prizes. And, I just think it's testament to the way the league presents itself. The fact that we're approached and people offer to help and support in ways that they can. So as you said, Jess, Leon will be continuing for a third season sponsoring the trophies, and we've just agreed at least for the next 2 seasons with Vespertine partnering us for the prizes. So big thanks to them, and of course all our sponsors who have helped us do what we do.
Yeah, we got a few more to announce on the trailer on Friday night, and maybe announced beforehand as well, but you all know who they are as well, and you're going to like who we've got as well. As not going to give too much away anyway, but...
Don't give that one away.
Yeah, I won't, don't worry, I won't, because I like teasing people ready for next week. Anyway, we still got 2 champions to announce, because we haven't put it on Twitter yet, one of which is the Going Gets Tough award. I was going to announce it now, but we decided before the stream that that's the main reason why you're here, and we wanted to give it a little bit of a suspense. So we're leaving that till last. We're now going to go on to the commentators. I need to actually get the only image I've got is who's actually won. I need to actually get the prizes. So it's gone for, I believe, a 3rd season now, the commentators championship, and I think it's gone from strength to strength as well. I even had feedback from the drivers saying that they've enjoyed the commentary this season as well, and they're going to get rewarded so much as well. And next season, you announced as well in your article that even the runners-up is going to get some prizes next season. So, I'm very excited to see what happens with that.
I love the Commentators Championship because, they do so much for the league. The fact that they're the face of the streams, the races are qualifying, so it's really important that we recognize them. And, this is one of the good things about the entry fee, is it allowed us to be able to, give back to them and also help them improve with this Commentators Championship, because, a lot of them like the feedback that you give, Jess. I just think it's such a great way to, even, it's not a lot, but it's just a way to say thanks to the commentators. And, as I said, next season we'll be expanding it to the same as the drivers. So 25 for the winner, 15 for second, and 5 for third. So, it makes you really happy that, we can just give back in some way and just say, hey, look, we appreciate you giving up your time. Thanks. And as you mentioned, the driver feedback that we got at the end of the season survey that we put out was like, all of them said such great things about the commentators and how professional they are, how detailed they are. They love that they reference the media day stuff and things that they said in their interviews and what happened last week. Overall, really happy with all the commentators this season, and big thanks to them.
We're going to miss quite a few next season, as we got Johannes and Jake. They're not going to be commentating next season, which is a shame. When they told me, Jake actually told me a couple of weeks ago, Johannes told me a week ago that they weren't going to commentate next season, which is a shame because those two worked very hard as leads in their respective tiers. Johannes with podium and Jake with pinnacle last season and precision this season. But they're not going to be missing from OneHubRacing next season. They're going to be racing next season in whatever tier that they go up in as well. So maybe the commentators that we have next season are going to be actually finding that they're going to be commentating on people they've probably worked with in many seasons as well. And who knows, I may get to race a couple of them. We'll see. But it's nice they still get to be involved, but not from a commentator's perspective. It's going to be very, very weird for them, but I hope they do me proud in from a racing perspective.
Yeah, great to see him signing up to do the other side of things, driving. So and it gives a chance for new commentators to come along and improve on their commentary. We're always, happy to have whoever come in, give them a fair crack at it, and you never know, we could have a new champion next season.
Yeah, you never know as well, and we've had a few guesses in the chat on who people think the Commentators Champion is, and I'm going to put it out of your misery. I'm not going to tent it up because I'm sure most of you all know who it is this season. We had a feeling I wasn't sure if he was going to do it this season and match Louis' three-peat, but he's done it. He's been one of the best commentators all season for the last 3 seasons, and I'll just like to say Luke has done it again. He's the Commentators Champion for the 3rd season, and to be honest, I think he was just a step ahead out of all the commentators that we had. So to be honest, it wasn't really sort of surprised when I was doing the ratings every week that he came out on top in most of the categories. So well done to him.
Yeah, he's an absolutely fantastic commentator. Really nice guy, really loves the league, understands the league. And 3 in a row, can't really argue with it. I think everyone will agree that his commentary's fantastic. And yeah, well done to him. And, I can't remember the prizes for season 15, but I know this season, last season have been £25. So just over the 3 seasons, if it was the same season 15, that's £75 that we've been able to give him to say thank you for everything that he's done for us.
Yeah, but speaking of a new champion, we are definitely going to get a new champion next season, as unfortunately Luke is dropping down to reserve, which is a shame because he's one of the best that we've ever had. But I'd just like to say, if you're watching this on Luke in the future, thanks for all you've done at OneHubRacing, and I wonder who we're going to get to crown a new champion next year, who's actually going to be as well. But don't you worry, we may see him in the box again if any of the full-timers can't make it. But it gives a chance to see some new voices that we haven't seen as much, maybe some reserves we've seen last season as well. There was a few reserves that when I said to them on Friday, do they want to do full-time next season, they definitely wanted to. So we are going to get a few talented commentators as well, and then we may get some new ones. And speaking of that, if you are interested in becoming a commentator, you don't have to be if you don't have to have any experience at all, we will help you get that experience. Just message me on Twitter, or you can message on the OneHubRacing account, and even if you're racing at the same time, we will try and fit you in when you're not racing to actually commentate, whether it's full-time or whether it's just reserving for a little bit as well. Hopefully we get to hear some new voices as well. I had a few people come to me already, even if it's just for wanting to be full-time or reserve. So we've got some new voices, especially, and I found someone as well. So you'll find out soon who's going to be joining the commentary team, and I'm very excited to see who we've got lined up as well.
Can't wait.
I think the moment we'll be waiting for, I guess. Nick, shall we spin the wheel?
Yes, let's hope it's not awkward though, like last time we spun the wheel for the charity event when
you won.
I ended up winning it, yeah.
And last season, the one who actually was sorting out the Going Gets Tough award actually won it, which was Dexter.
Yeah. But I promise you, there's no fix involved, so.
Yeah.
To be fair, when it hit my name on that charity event, F1 game giveaway, I did tell you to spin it again, didn't I? So
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. But someone else did win it in the end, and it was someone deserving. Now, before we get the wheel spun, I'm going to tell you who's basically the Going Gets Tough award is someone who's done all their pre-race and post-race interviews and also attended every week. And I think what got people out of this draw was people not doing their post-race interviews. So hopefully people would do it next week. And I have to say, tut to Podium. Obviously Cam did all of his media day stuff, but he was outside the top 3. But from outside the top 3, no one in Podium is in the list for the wheel for the Going Gets Tough awards. So we got representatives from Prospect, Precision, and Pinnacle. So have you got the names in front of you? Do you want to reveal?
Yeah, shall I?
Reveal who they are. We'll start with I will start off with they're not in order, but we'll start off with Prospect. We got 3 drivers in Prospect. Can you tell us who from Prospect is in the running for the Going Gets Tough award?
Yeah, so we got Jacko, TJ, and Indecisive, and Adam.
Okay, we'll do Pinnacle actually next. In Pinnacle, we just got one from Pinnacle, and that's J-Luke.
Two from Pinnacle, and the go to the best ever Jano as well.
Oh yeah, J-Luke and Janel. Sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. I thought J-Luke and Janel, the 2 J's. We got 4 from Prospect, not 3. Sorry, but I think Prospect had the most out of anyone in the list as well. So hashtag Prospect the best. Yeah, joking. And no one from Podium, obviously. And in position, we had 3. We had a KK, Schnitzel, and finally someone who's in next to me in the box. We got Nick as well. So so those are, we got
9 drivers.
9 drivers, so more than last season.
There were 4 that I had to remove because they finished in the top 3. So
So that was Cam, Gaza, Chris, and who was that? Who else was it?
I can't remember the other one.
Oh no.
But 9 to spin the wheel. So
let's do this.
Let's see who it is.
Oh, I hope it's. I've got my money on who I think it's, who I want it to be, because that person will be in the running for that. But obviously, we can't fix things, unfortunately, in OneHubRacing. We can't do that. So let's get this thing up. You could just about see my streaming software for a little bit. So there we go. We got all 9 names in the sorting hats, and just to prove that it's not a fix, it's going to spin for 10 seconds, and then after spin, the winner will be announced. The Going Gets Tough award winner is as well, and I hope it's a good one. And let us know in chat who you think it's gonna be. I'm not gonna put my money on anything because I'm worried that person's gonna be it. But let's see who it is then. Are you ready for me to spin the wheel? Can you see it first on the stream?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's on the stream. Oh. You're about 10 seconds behind, so just pause when it stops your end. Until it stops on the stream.
Oh, okay, because we can't share it on Discord, unfortunately, because Nick's on his phone. So here we go. The winner, the wheel goes, and the winner of the Going Gets Tough award and wins the Next Level Racing stand is. Ooh. Here's the winner on your screen, and Nick will announce it when he sees it his end.
Still spinning for me. And it's TJ from the Prospect here.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
He's not management either.
So congratulations. He'll win a £25 or currency, whatever, gift card for either Amazon or PSN. Plus, he'll get a trophy, and he'll get the Next Level wheel stand, either the racer wheel stand or the light. So congratulations, and thank you for everyone who obviously did all their interviews and things like that. But yeah, fantastic. He's new to the league this season, so congratulations. On just shows you, this award's so great because it rewards those drivers who turn up every week, and do their interviews, and are still there fighting right to the last lap, no matter what position they're in. So yeah, well done, TJ.
TJ did not give up as well. I was racing him in Prospect here. He was a nice driver to fight with as well. So I think he's definitely well deserving of the Going Gets Tough award. So well done to him, and we'll see who wins it next season, because I believe it's going on for yet another season, and we'll find out who wins it then. So if you want to be involved in it next season, make sure you do all your media day stuff next season as well, because then you'll definitely be the one that be invited for it. Unfortunately, I missed out after round 3 because I missed out on the post-race stuff, but it doesn't matter, because otherwise it would have made it look like a fix if I was in the wheels. So in a way, I was glad that happened. But anyway, I believe that's all we got time for to talk about. We'll let you get on for enjoy the rest of your day as well. But before we go as well, a little bit of a plug as well what we're doing. We have a T-shirt which is was launched on Friday, which is going to be released very, very soon on
15th of March.
15th of March. Yeah, 15th of March is going to be released on the Vespertine store, I believe.
Yep.
It's Together T-shirt, different league, same vision, and we're partnering as a league with Jacko Car, raising money for a very good charity as well. One that actually OKK suggested as well, which is something which is very, very special as well. And I have to say, I really like the T-shirt and the puzzle pieces. I've got to say, really, really good idea from you guys as well. Jealous that I didn't get involved, but obviously all the management apart from one were told about it. So one of which was Matt, because he joined like a few weeks, I think way after it was announced to us managers as well. So yeah, make sure you get it when it's announced as when it comes out in the shop as well. It's limited sale, isn't it? Not many T-shirts are available.
Yeah, it'll be on sale for less than a month, and once that's it. It'll be on sale for a month, just less than a month, and then once it's off, that's it. It's off. So grab it whilst you can, and 25% of the sale will go to charity. And yeah, it's a very powerful message, and one that OneHubRacing and Jacko Car are really proud to be using our platforms to put out there.
Brilliant. Any final thoughts you have to say? Any thank yous before we wrap up the stream? You probably covered in your article anyway. So
yes, I wrote an article. Thanking all the drivers, all the commentators, the admin team, and showed off as well what you guys are going to be getting with your admin T-shirts as well. So yeah, but most importantly, the most important message is thank you very much for a fantastic season 17. Hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. And Friday the 5th at 6 p.m. this Friday coming. Don't miss it. The season 18 trailer is going to launch.
Yeah, be there and be square basically as well. Otherwise you'll miss out on what stuff we've got as well. So make sure you stay tuned in on Friday at 6 p.m. where we'll reveal all the dates for the qualifying night as well. When sign-ups are open as well, and see when you get involved as well. It's not very long until the next season starts, so it'll be back before you know it. But for now, it's time for all of us drivers, commentators, and admins to have a little bit of a break until next season starts. So I think we've all earned it, all of us drivers and commentators and everyone. So thanks everyone for this season. We will see you next Friday for the start of the launch of season 18 for OneHubRacing. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.